Well, now that we have its pronunciation and its origin down, the Sache Torte is actually an Austrian delicacy. We're going to whip one up, and Chef Angie Boyd shows us how to make this beautiful and now gluten-free chocolate cake using the very impressive LG SolarDOM. It's a microwave, it's a grill, and a convection oven all in one.
There's pure chocolate bliss inside an Austrian chocolate cake called a Sache Torte, and Chef Angie Boyd is showing a gluten-free variation that is decadent but easy to make.
The first thing we need is some melted dark chocolate. So I've got some dark chocolate here already chopped up. I'm going to pop that over a double boiler, which is just a pot of simmering water. Turn it down because we don't want it to boil. And then while that's melting, we're going to get our mixture made. So we've got a mixing bowl, and we're going to put our softened butter into the bowl. And then we're going to add some caster sugar. So when we're happy that our butter and sugar is creamed sufficiently, then we're going to add the melted chocolate, which should be done by now. Let's have a look. Perfectly melted. We just don't want any lumps. So what we're going to do is just grab a cloth, pop it down on the surface, and then I'm just going to take this quite hot bowl and just wipe off any drips. And then we're just going to pour the whole lot in. Right, all our chocolate's in. Now we give it a good mix. We just want to make sure all that chocolate is mixed through the mixture, the butter and the sugar. And when it's lovely and smooth with no lumps, then we're ready to add our egg yolks. So we've got 3 separated eggs, and we're just going to tip the yolks in now. So now that that is ready, we put it to one side, and we're going to whisk up the egg whites, which are going to be folded in. So we've got, again, a clean, dry bowl. We've got our egg whites. Pop that into the bowl, and then we start whisking. Well, this is going to take a little while, and we're going to do it by hand. So our egg whites have now been whisked to stiff peak, so they are ready. We're going to bring our base mixture back, and then we're going to add these egg whites to the base mixture.
Gently fold the egg whites into the chocolate mixture until they've combined together, but don't overmix. Pour the batter into the prepared cake tin. Right,
so now we're just going to smooth out the cake batter, and your cake is ready to pop into the SolarDOM.
The LG SolarDOM preheats 4 times faster than a normal oven, which saves time in the kitchen, and it will let you know when it's reached the required temperature.
Our cake is busy baking in the oven, and while it's baking, we're going to make the glaze for it. So in a pot, we've got some water and some sugar. Right, and then we're going to add some golden syrup to that. And then the last is a little bit of brewed coffee. Right, that's done.
Once the cake is baked, it needs to cool in the tin for a short while before being turned out onto a cooling rack.
So once your cake is cooled, you take it out of the tin and leave it to cool a little bit further. In the meantime, we've got some melted apricot jam right over here, and we're just going to brush the entire cake with some of this jam. That adds a little bit of moisture, and it's also what makes the glaze adhere to the cake as we pour it over. Right, so once it's been fully brushed, we're going to move on to the step of glazing the cake.
The cake should chill in the fridge for half an hour before pouring on the chocolate glaze to get an even finish. Once the chocolate is poured over, it's back in the fridge to set.
So we've taken our cake out of the fridge and it's nicely set. And then the last thing we're going to do is just to drizzle it with some melted chocolate, just to make it extra special. And there you have it, your beautiful gluten-free Sache Torte.